Question 1.
This is Little Racers Street. It is a top-down, mostly, racing game. Let's go ahead and start with career mode. I'll go into the racing first, and then I'll make sense of all these menus, and it'll work out better that way. So let's go ahead and start with the Class E race, and whatever, we'll use this car. So, your basic controls for this top-down racer is you can hold right trigger to hit the gas, steer with the left joystick. I'm using a controller to play. I don't know if there's keyboard and mouse control. I mean, there probably is. Not necessarily with the mouse, but you may notice we're actually losing this race right now, but we might pull back here in a bit. So what you got here is you got little arrows on the ground kind of pointing you where to go. The little blue barriers on the side are simply blocking off the road. That may not make sense right away, but when I explain that this track is made up of roads, of course, from a bigger city. And I'll explain that more in a bit, but as you can see, the controls simply are just that. You can move and drive like this. There's no combat in this game. That guy is just about to pass me up, but as you can see now, we have won. Not bad for starting out looking like we weren't doing too well. I had to just use my boost correctly. And as you can see here, you got the rankings, followed by credits earned. Now, credits earned, that's just basic for the race. Repairs, based on how much damage you take. You may have noticed there was a damage meter at the bottom of the screen. It, of course, indicates taking damage, and then how much the cost is. And then your total credits, which is just all your money. Rank 0.6, that's, I guess, something. Current rank first, that is something I have earned from, that's like an overall, the current rank is an overall rank that you have. I've just done everything to get to first. And then challenge progress is blank because I have completed all the challenges. The challenges are these things, like get first on any race with the micro car. You get 2,000 credits for doing it. There was actually like a number of times to do it. Like it says, say like the top one there, first place on Class E race, 10,000 credits reward. That's not just the first time you get first on a Class E race. There was like 20 times you had to do it. So it would, in the completed box, instead of saying completed, it would say like 1 out of 20, maybe 1 out of 10, 1 out of 50. There was one of these that was just like, oh, like, there we go, Sonata. First place on any race. I've done it 9 out of 10 times. And then there was like, yeah, like reach third rank, reach first rank, complete races on any class. That was like 200 things to do. So just like 200 races. Place first in any race. You get 2 million credits for that. There was like, it wasn't just a one-time thing. Now, we can, oh, I was on unfair difficulty? Wow. Yeah, you can adjust the difficulty a little bit to get more or less credits. And in fact, there was an achievement for beating an unfair difficulty. I didn't realize how easy that was to do. So yeah, these rankings are just with you and the computer players. These really don't mean anything to me at this point, now that I'm at first. I don't think I can ever lose my position. I don't think. No, I don't think I can. But if we go into the garage, what was that? What was that? Sonata. Yeah, Sonata. Let's go into the garage. Let's see if we can find that Sonata. So I do have all the cars in here. They are unlocked and purchased throughout the game. You can upgrade your car in certain ways. Now you can also downgrade, of course. I've upgraded it a little bit already. But as you can see, when you upgrade it, if I downgrade this one, I can upgrade some stuff, but certain upgrades will put you at different classes. So right now it's Class C. If I upgrade my turning, or my power, I will upgrade to a Class B car, which means it can only compete in Class B races. Now, it's kind of needlessly complicated, because there is a bunch of different cars, tons of cars in this game. And they can all be upgraded certain amounts, and you can paint job your cars however you want, so that's kind of neat. There are two colors on this car, so if I use the left stick, I will change that one color. If I use the right stick, I'll change the other color. And then I completely flat out sell it for more credits. I do not recommend selling your cars ever if you want to go for the achievement of having all the cars in your shop, because some cars, Class A cars, they can be millions of credits. So don't sell your cars if you want to go for the achievement of getting all the cars. Now the Sonata. What class was that again? Class C? Now here's a weird thing about this game, is that there is no tournaments. There's no like cups or of races to do. It simply pops up a bunch of random races, and you can choose from them. What, there's 5 races here? No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh yeah, there are 5 races here. You can choose one of these races to do. And these are your only options. If you want to race another one, you'll have to complete one or do something else and then come back, and the race options will be different. But if we want to do the Sonata, I think I haven't done yet because it just is a terrible car. Because the only good stat it has is, what was that, turning? Everything else on it is pretty lame. So I don't know if I'll be able to do this. I should also point out the different camera options. So this is the default camera option, a traditional top-down racer. However, you can change the camera position with the left trigger. I can press it once to have the camera more directly overhead, looking down on things. And you do steer with left and right. You can't just choose. Let me go back to that. You can't just choose what direction to go in by pressing that direction. You only steer with left and right. I don't think we're going to win this race. Oh, yeah, you can see under the on the right side at the bottom of my speedometer. By the way, speedometers in tons of racing games are just bogus. Like, there's no way I'm going 140 miles per hour right now. I look like I'm going 30. Anyway, you can see my damage meter at the bottom there. Now, similar to other, I guess the damage meter is not pointless. As you take on damage, your car will actually perform worse. Your max speed will be lower, your acceleration will be slower, your turning might get a little worse. But yeah, so the damage does matter, so you should try not to take damage, aside from the fact that you're going to lose money at the end of the race. But my preferred method is actually to have the camera right here, right behind me,
Final lap.
because I think this gives you the best view of the track, because when it's overhead, sometimes maybe you can't see as far ahead as you can in this view. If you really want, you can have the camera even closer behind you. As you can see, we did not win that race. And there are now no C rank races available, and that is a problem because I can't go for that challenge I'm going for. The game itself just decides what kind of races are available. Now, if I didn't have Class A cars, a Class A race actually wouldn't pop up here. The game is nice enough not to throw out races that you don't have a car for. I mean, it may, like, occasionally throw out one race that you don't have a car for, if you've had a car for that race level in the past. But, like, the first time you boot up the game, all the races will be Class E because that's the only kind of car you have. My personal favorite, I guess, class of race is actually B rank. Let me see if I can pick out a nice car here. In fact, let's go ahead into the garage real quick. Revolution, upgrade. I definitely took all the upgrades off of all my cars because I don't have enough credits. Right. Money. Because I had to save up to get all the cars. But let's go ahead and do a Class B race. This is probably my favorite speed in the game. It is a little bit faster.
3.
Again, you can do the default
1.
camera here. Takes more straight over the top angle is here. I prefer this one, where it's just behind me, which kind of defeats the purpose of the Top 10 Racer, but hey, still works. Wrong way. Oh, fudge. You can, of course, conveniently retry races whenever you want by just hitting the pause menu. The number of laps on this particular race is 3, although it will usually change based on the track size. Nitro, I'm pressing B on Xbox controller to do that. You've got reverse with the left trigger, and then you do have an E-brake with it's X on an Xbox controller. I gotta say on an Xbox controller because I'm more used to Nintendo controllers or PlayStation controllers. And of course you gotta manage your boost. The boost meter does refill automatically as you just race. It refills over time, so don't be afraid to use the boost when you see a good opportunity like a good long straightaway like that. And the game itself recommends that you use your boost all at once rather than in bursts. I guess I can't confirm if that's optimal, but that is what the game says is optimal. I haven't necessarily tried it otherwise. But yeah, this is the speed I find best. A ranks are, of course, even faster. Just a little bit, and I think it gets pretty hectic on the A class level of racing. But B rank, I think this is the good speed. Thing to note is that as you go up in class, everything about your car improves. So even though Class B races are faster than Class E races, it's a lot easier to take turns in Class B races than in Class E races. Because as your speed goes up in a Class B rank from like Class D or C, your turning increases as well. Your ability to make turns improves with your speed. So there really isn't any kind of a problem with going faster because you can turn better. You can make sharper turns. So I just find Class E races and basically just the lower class races to just be really lame to control. Because you're going slow, you can't turn for beans. And then when you get to Class B races and Class A races, you can turn really sharp and go really fast, and it's a lot more interesting of a game to play at that point. Am I done yet? Here we go.
First place.
There was like no challenge there. Now, To explain what races are like, why there's those blue barriers, it's because the... if we back out here, go to free roam, all the tracks are created from whatever streets are available in these two places. So if we want to go into free roam, let's go with a Class D car.
3,
Now it's going to count me down. I'm not racing anybody.
1,
This is just free roam.
go.
So I can just drive around the city. All the racing tracks are made up of combining different sections of streets from this city and the other city. So it's really just two locations that it pulls streets from to make a track. Now, to go back into the other camera views, if you get motion sickness, you might not like this one, but it is available. It is the closest you can get to a cockpit view. But yeah, the camera swings pretty wildly behind you, so I would understand if it's not favorable. But you do get a pretty low view here if you really want that. Lets you see furthest ahead, but again, oh man, all the movements here. And then this is like very stylized, I guess. It's like everything looks flat. And of course you can toggle between all the different views as you wish. Obviously this is not optimal because there are parts where you can't see your car, other cars. But yeah, this is the default view. This is what it'll start out with, which isn't bad. This is the way I played most of the game until I realized I could change the camera. This is one that's just very straight top down, and then this is my preferred one. So yeah, if we were to look at, say, time trials, here's all the tracks listed out. As you can see, it shows the highlighted path. That is the actual racetrack of the city that you're doing. And there are a ton of different combinations that they come up with. So in a way, there's really maybe 50 or so. Yeah. There's like 52 different tracks in this game. And then as you go up in rank, it simply repeats them. Now, they're not completely one for one. Like Class D Race 1 isn't the same as Class E Race 1. If we go back here, like those aren't the same courses. But you will notice as you play through the game that they do repeat the tracks at different... there it is. That's the Class E Race 1. Repeated. Yeah, see, there you go. So all the races, the 54, 52 races, they are just repeated in each class. But the only difference is that you can turn better at higher classes and you're going faster. So really the game is most interesting at the higher classes. And because your turning is worse in lower classes, it's just like you're playing the game slower. It's not necessarily easier, because you have to turn just as early in a Class E rank as you do in a Class A rank. Because you can turn faster, you can turn sharper, I should say, in the higher rank. You turn a lot wider in the lower ranks. So it's just like less interesting to play at a lower rank. Of course, I've gone over to the garage, you can upgrade your cars. Multiplayer this is just online multiplayer. I don't know if I've found... Yeah, waiting for a server to be ready. So I think the multiplayer is dead. You can, of course, set up if you want to host your own game. Of course, if you've got friends, you could easily set this up. But if you look up how to grind for money, the best way to do it, turn off car collision. You can set up a race. Whoops. You turn off car collision. Oh, I have 12 racers in here. You limit the racers down to 2, and then you can just sit here. You won't get bothered. You won't take any damage. And if the number of opponents is limited to 2, whoops, back out here. If you limit this down to 2, and then you leave it, you'll get second place, and that'll still be worth money. So the way that you grind for money without playing, and in fact it's actually the fastest way to get money, is to just leave it on. A private game, no collision, with 2 racers. Oh, this is the thing. Gotta limit this down to 2. And then you just leave it on and you get second place A rank money. And that's faster than completing a race at A rank and getting first, because you take damage. You're guaranteed to take damage. So unfortunately, the fastest way to earn money in this game is to not actively play it, which is kind of lame. What else? What else? Daily challenges. These are like time trials you can do, where it sets your car and then you just go through a race, see how good you can do, and I don't know, world rank. What's going on here? Oh, these are per day. So world rank, yeah, I didn't do these ones, but it's just letting me know in the past what I've missed if I have a ranking. This is the only one I can do today. Help and options. So yeah, how to play. This will explain a little bit. So you got your controls here. Oh yeah, you got a horn, which is nice. Every car has a different sounding horn, for the most part. Handbrake. Oh, I didn't know about that. Activate nitro by pressing X. No. I activate nitro by pressing B. Horn is not Y, horn is X. I'm questioning these controls now. Handbrake. Oh yeah, the weather does make an effect. Snow, in particular, does make the road really slippery. Your turns will be a lot wider. There's damage. Heavily damaged car will have lower performance. There's your nitro, it fills over time, so don't be afraid to use it. Each car has its own characteristics. There's different types of cars that just have like the default setup. Of course, this is all represented in the stats of power, turning, grip, and nitro. And this is a little weird. Power, of course, is your top speed and acceleration. Turning is turn speed and general maneuverability. Grip reduces speed lost when skidding and increases acceleration. Grip and power are like the best things to have. Turning, I'm really not sure how that helps, because if you don't have good grip, your turning is wasted, because if you don't have good grip, you're going to be skidding as you turn. What else? Paint upgrade. Trace. Yeah. Oh, wait, I was going to go into actual settings. Gameplay language, you got different language options. Oh, just English and Spanish, never mind. Rumble on and off, smooth turning. I don't know what that does. Reverse steering, I don't know why you would do that. Highlight on cars, that's the thing you can have to make sure you don't lose where you are. Camera rotating. Chase. Classic. Oh! So you can set the camera here, or you can just press L in the race. Ground markings. Oh, these are the arrows. You can turn them on or off. I like to have them on. Like, why not? Controls. Gamepad. Oh, so you can actually remap the controls. I don't think I changed them, but you can change them there. Ghosts. You can see graphics I got on here. Audio. You can change that there if you really want. Credits. Look at that. So yeah, multiplayer is only online. There's no local multiplayer. If I want to do a time trial, you can see.
3.
Where's my... Oh no, horn is Y. Wow.
Go.
What about nitro? Nope, nitro is not X. Nitro is definitely B. But horn is still Y. You can do the whole race like this if you want. But time trial, you can see there isn't a lap requirement. You can just race as many times as you want, and it'll count how many laps you've done. That doesn't really matter for anything. It's just keeping track of your best lap time. And that is my ghost car up there. As you can see, there's a car waiting here. It just kind of starts going because it's based off of your best lap, which is not, most likely not your first lap. It's a lap that you started with some speed. And I'm not going to be able to pass this guy. Probably gotta use my boost a lot better. But yeah, that is pretty much the game. Trying to think if there's anything I haven't touched on yet. I guess to say in the end, it's fun to play, but there is no real end goal. I mean, you could say it's getting all the challenges or getting all the achievements. I got all the achievements. I don't know if I can do that challenge. I just got to get lucky because I don't like the car. And I gotta be able to get a Class C rank to race to pop up. That's a real problem. I can't even go for challenges consistently because of the random race selection. Because there's no tournaments to race in, there really is no end goal of like when you beat the game. It's just you keep playing until, I don't know, you feel like stopping or you happen to get all the challenges done or the achievements. You just have to like decide when to stop. There is no like accomplishment of beating the game at any point. So it's kind of lame that there is no end game. You just keep racing. I mean, I can't even say I've done all the races. Look, because there's 52 different races in each class. I haven't done that because I haven't raced, what, 300 races? I haven't done that. I've even repeated some. You can see attempts and wins down there. I don't have any duplicates on here yet, on this particular screen. But yeah, that is the game. It handles fine. I like the camera options. It's fun to race. There's just no, for it being called career mode, there's no victory, ultimate victory to get. You can do daily challenges if you really like to play this game every day. Quick race will just drop you in a race with a random car.
1.
But yeah, it's fun to play. That's the best thing I can say about it. It's just unfortunate that there's no like end game. But if you have any questions, you can ask in the comments below. Let me know if you have any recommendations for other games like this. I definitely have another one in mind that I'm going to be playing next. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.